Have you ever thought about the journey of your glass of milk takes before it reaches your table? It's a story often untold, wild behind the glossy advertisement and cheerful packaging. Today we are diving deep into the reality of the dairy industry. Now I know what you might be thinking, but milk is good for us, right? Sure, it's packed with nutrients and used in so many of our favorite foods, from creamy yogurts to cheese sandwiches. But here is the thing, there is more to the story. Here in India, just like anywhere else, the dairy industry operates on a massive scale. But behind the scenes, there is a harsh reality that often gets brushed under the rug. And that's exactly what we are here to talk about today. So buckle up because we are about to dive deep into the worlds that's far from the wholesome image we are sold. It's time to uncover the truth about where our dairy products really comes from.
A story about how dismal and barbaric the dairy industry truly is.
The production of milk. It starts with insemination, a cold clinical procedure carried out to keep the milk flowing. When the calves are born, they are separated from their mothers almost immediately. Imagine being torn from your mother's side just moments after entering the world. It's heart wrenching. But it doesn't stop there. Those baby calves, if they are male, they are the unlucky ones. They are destined for the slaughterhouse. Their lives cut short to satisfy our craving for beef and leather goods. Even if the calf is a lucky female, her life isn't exactly a picnic. She is fed just enough to keep her alive. And every drop of milk is squeezed out for profit, and the same happens with the calf when it grows. And if a calf dies, they are used as tools, their bodies stuffed with hay and presented to their grieving mothers to keep the milk production going. But the cruelty doesn't end with the calves. Every year, these poor animals are forcibly impregnated, their bodies pushed out to the limit to churn out milk until they can't anymore. And when they have given all they can give, they are sold off for a fraction of their worth, often to end up at the slaughterhouse. Even in their final moments, they are milked for every last drop. It's a brutal cycle that repeats itself over and over again. Milk industry is the reason for the beef industry. The milk industry plays a bigger role in the beef industry. Yup, that creamy goodness in your coffee or cereal is linked to the booming beef industry. Farmers have a bunch of cows and buffaloes. Over the years, those cows and buffaloes give birth to both female and male calves. Now, those females are the golden ones because they will produce milks like champs. But the males, not so lucky. They are not money makers, so off to the slaughterhouse they go. You might think this only happens in places like the US, but guess what? It's a reality right here in India too. Head to a local cattle farm, ask some questions, and you will see it yourself. In fact, we are the fourth largest beef exporter in the world. In 2023, India exported 1.3 million metric tons of meat. But it is mentioned in the reports they mainly export Kara beef, meaning the meat of buffalo. But who knows, they may be also exporting the meat of cows. For a moment, even it is a buffalo, don't they deserve to live a better life? Don't they deserve to be with their calves? Why discrimination? What is the solution? Some might suggest creating cattle houses for unprofitable animals or banning the sale of cows and buffaloes altogether. Sounds like a plan, right? But in reality, it isn't that simple. In some states of India, such measures were attempted, but the result? With the high birth rates of these animals, the population skyrocketed, making it impossible to manage. Farmers faced losses, abandoning their animals to roam the street, vulnerable to accidents, and scavenging through garbage for survival. So, what's the real solution? It lies in controlling the population of these animals. And how do we do that? By reducing our consumption of dairy products. I know what you are thinking. Giving up cheese, ice cream, and yogurt sound like a tough ask. But here is the thing, you don't have to. You don't have to sacrifice your cravings entirely. Milk can be produced from soya beans, a plant based alternative that has been embraced by vegans for years. Yes, you heard it right. Soya milk can be used to make cheese, ice cream, yogurt, and more. I get it, some dairy products are just too ingrained in our daily routines to give up entirely, and I am not asking you to. But even small changes like cutting back on dairy consumption can make a big difference. Drinking milk may seem innocent, but it is worse than eating beef. And there you have it. I hope you found this video eye-opening and informative. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more insightful content like this. It's crucial to spread awareness about the reality of the dairy industry, so be sure to share this video with your friends and family. And hey, if you're interested in learning more about how different countries are uniting to combat global warming, check out our video on the COP28 summit. I guarantee you will definitely find it fascinating, and I look forward to seeing you over there.